Good morning and welcome. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. It's the 27th day of June, 2022. My God, this year's going by quick. It's 63 degrees and mostly cloudy here at Site B with, of all things, a lightning warning here on Site B. And it's Monday, which means it's time for, wait for it, Bundles! I look forward for that all week. I'm taking a look at all the freebies, sales, and bundles that are going up this week. Remember, unless I specifically say otherwise, though, these are all PDFs, which mean you have to download them from the source. And since you are downloading PDFs, before you open anything that you download, check it for viruses and malware and other stuff like that. I've been a victim of viruses, and I know others have. So, these sites try. The more respectable ones like DriveThru definitely do a pretty good job, but still they can slip by. My personal experience is downloading from Itch.io, a company I will currently never support again. That could, of course, change. And that was filled with viruses. So, yeah, starting with Freebies. D&D Beyond has got the first chapter of Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. We're going to talk about that in another vlog. The first chapter sort of gives you a general overview of the Radiant Citadel and some of the NPCs and some hits on the fact that perhaps the Radiant Citadel is not as safe and politics-free as you people have been led to believe. There might be a little bit more darker stuff going on, which kind of is interesting. There's a free map of Goblin Caves up on Copper Dragon Games. So this is a gridded and non-gridded VTT or print map of a cave. So you could support this individual artist, Josh Cornwell, if you needed to get a series of game maps that are just sort of generic caves. PDF, of course. Ethan H. Reynolds has a free-to-play version of his cyberpunk post-apocalyptic game Neon Knights. This is up on Ethan H. Reynolds' site. It's a world devastated by a nuclear war where mega cities emerged hundreds of years later. Custom system is focused on player freedom and no class or level restrictions, allowing players to make exactly the characters they want. If I had a dime for every game I've seen in the last 5 years that says, let you make whatever character you want, I'd be a rich man. Really. Well, I'd be at least well off. At least, I'd have at least $1,000. So if you want a free post-apocalyptic cyberpunk game, head on over to Ethan H. Reynolds' website and download this. There's a OSR one-page supplement up called Follow the Convoy, which gives you guidelines and procedures to set up and run at escort-based encounters. You're following the caravan and things happen. This is by Jane Verne. It's up on his own webpage and probably DM's Guild. Let's see. Dawn Laser Games has got a 5e supplement up about Bards. Gives you more information and more ideas for Bards. This is, up over on Dawn Laser Games website. So if you're looking for a 5e expansion on Bards and stuff like that, there you go. Over on DM's Guild, we have more bardic goodness. We have the Bard College of Strategy, a new subclass for Bards up at DM's Guild. Remember, if it's on DM's Guild, it's technically canon and okay with Wizards of the Coast, on some level. That's over at DM's Guild. We have from Gonzalo Sanchez a new fighter archetype called the Solar Warriors. Sounds very Saturday morning cartoon. This is again available over on Gonzalo Sanchez's website and the 5e DM's Guild. There's an Oracle class up for 5e. This is from Camellia Bomar, detailing a new 5e class called the Oracles, which is sort of a divine, fortune teller type thingy. It's also up on Camellia Bormar's website and DM's Guild. Bundles and sales! Itch.io has hundreds of titles up, as we've mentioned before, from video games to music to comics to all their charity-specific bundles to stuff like that. These are all 90% off, so a whole bunch of stuff on sale at Itch.io. But again, before you download things, especially video games and musics, check for viruses. And again, these are all PDFs. Fantasy Grounds has a summer sale for their VTT. You got a ton of maps and stuff up for D&D, Pathfinder, Starfinder, Vampire, Fallout, Traveler, and a lot more. And there's a discount on Fantasy Grounds itself. So if you don't have Fantasy Ground, there's a discount of 50% off for the VTT and a discount for all those different product lines, all ranging around 50% off. There's a free league sale going on their web store, including discontinued titles such as Tales from the Loop, Alien the Role-Playing Game, Vossen, Mutant Year Zero, and other. The prices are 50% off. Unfortunately, the Free League site is in Free League money, not American money. So if you're here in America and it says 350 KU, you're like, how much is that in my money? Is that $10? Is that $100? But yeah, if you're looking to get, are these just PDFs? Or are these actually the printed product? No, it looks like the actual product. So if you don't have a copy of some of their stuff, it looks like some of their stuff is marked down 50% off. That could be fun. I might have to pick up something to replace some of my stuff that I lost, because some of my Free League games I loaned to somebody and I never got them back. Moving on, we have our list of charity bundles. We've got the LGBTQT support bundle over at Itch.io for Pride Month. It's got a whole bunch of stuff that is made by creators who are LGBTQT, or at least claim they are. And again, this is games, video games, zines, music, stuff like that. And as always, with that, especially with Itch.io, before you download anything, make sure it doesn't have any viruses or malware or anything else. It's got 500 games that are on sale. The average price for the bundles is about $10. From my personal experience of having purchased 3 of these bundles, there's usually about 2 or 3 things you actually want. Then there's about 20 to 100 things you're like, well, I might use that maybe someday. And then the rest are just the weird stuff. You know, there's the weird, obscure, one-page, DM-less, dice-less, solo journaling stuff. And you're like, is there really a market for this? Black Horizons is running a fundraiser for LGBTQT nonprofits. This is going to support Basic Rights Oregon, which is an LGBTQT organization or an Oregon. And they've got a whole bunch of RPGs from Black Horizons and other companies. $15 is the price for that. Bundle of Holding has got a collection of Wild West games, including Aces and Eights and some other ones. Wow. This is $15 for the bundle. Continues a ton of Aces and Eights and other Wild West games up. So if you've ever wanted to purchase a collection of Wild West, specifically the Aces and Eights from Kenzer Company game, but Wild West in general games, yeah. Or you could just get Wretched West from my friends over at Red Room, yeah. Did anybody else hear a rumor about Bundle of Holding or Humbel Bundle and embezzling? That came up in a post I saw the other day, but I haven't heard anything else about it. So if anybody has any information that was it Humbel Bundle? It might have been Humbel Bundle. Was embezzling? I don't know. Bundle of Holding has got a bunch of battle maps. 19 gigabytes worth of high-quality battle maps, PDFs, and JPEGs for printing or use with VTT. $10 for 19 gigabytes worth of high quality maps. Now, in normal terms, 19 gigabytes is a lot of information, but in map terms, art terms, JPEG terms, JPEGs would take up a lot of information. So I don't know how many that actually is physically. I mean, 19 gigabytes worth of art could just be like 5 pieces. So yeah, Bundle of Holding also has 2 more bundles coming up for Mutant Year Zero. They have the standard starter kit from Mutant Year Zero PDFs for $10. And then they have the expansion for Mutant Year Zero, which contains all the other Mutant Year Zero stuff that's been made stuff for it for $20. Humbel Bundle and Frog God Games has a collection up of diverse products, including a bunch of the Frog God Games Tomb of Treasures books and all the other stuff that they've made, source books, things like that. This is running about $10 and goes to support the Navy Marine Corps. Talisman, the classic fantasy adventure board game, has a bundle up. All the DLC for the digital Talisman role-playing game is up. The bundle features 29 expansions for the digital version, video game version of Talisman for $10, and it's up over on Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle also has a Urban Apocalypse bundle of printable models for $25. So if you're looking for about hundreds of ready-to-print VTT-free miniatures to print out, if you happen to have a 3D printer, here's a thing. I would love to do 3D printing. I actually have a place that I could do it. I haven't picked one up yet. A friend of mine said he was going to help me, and of course, that never happened. But yeah, $25 for a bunch of post-apocalypse urban-type models? That could be good. Depending upon the quality, of course. I mean, I've seen some 3D printed stuff where I'm just like, ugh, my 4-year-old niece made that with Play-Doh. Yeah. Sounds like the Free League sale is the best thing going right now. I'm going to go check that out right now, see if it is for the physical product as well or just PDFs. Remember, again, anything I mentioned, unless I specifically said otherwise, are PDFs, not physical copies. I know I bag on Itch.io and the viruses thing, but it happened to me twice. But don't think I'm specifically focusing on Itch.io simply because I'm currently not sponsoring them because of the things they said about a friend of mine. But yeah, just general. Anytime you download anything from any source that you are not 100% sure of, double check it. So it's not specific to Itch.io. I'm not trying to signal them out just because I had a bad experience with them. That's about it for bundles today. If any of these sound interesting, 90% of these are available over in DM's Guild or Drive-Thru or Humble Bundle or Bundle of Holding. Some of them you can get directly from the creators. It's always nice to keep a lookout on free stuff and discount stuff, especially during the summer, because everybody's looking to empty out their backlog of stuff to make room for all the new stuff that's going to be coming out in the fall as we go into the end of Q2 and the beginning of con season. So summer is always an exciting time for people who follow game news like me. That's about it for today. If you appreciate this content, please let me know. If there's anything you'd like to see me do different, as always, please let me know. That's about it. Support me and have a great day. Get out of my land, you damn kids with your damn post-apocalypse rabbits. Look at me. I'm Tales from the Loop, Mike. See ya!